Welcome to Zero to Start, a podcast about XR development that brings you inspiring conversations with creators, developers, and industry leaders. I'm your host, SICILIANA. Today's bite-sized episode is a quick shout-out to the MeaningfulXR conference, Thursday, May 22nd and Friday, May 23rd at the UC Davis International Center and virtually in VRChat. On Friday at 12:30 p.m., I'll be joining the panel Creating Platforms and Apps to Better People's Lives. It's led by Karsten Becker, Faculty of Media Design and Extended Reality at USC, Iveen, and Young Academy. And featuring Gulja Hashi, Neely Fellow 2024-25, and a recent MBA graduate from the USC Marshall School of Business. Also on the panel is friend of the podcast, Avi Barzev, XR pioneer, founder and president of the XR Guild, the nonprofit that seeks to support and educate professionals in XR on ethics and most positive outcomes for humanity. Be sure to check the show notes for links that we're covering on the show. Let's get started. MeaningfulXR is a conference dedicated to exploring the transformative potential of virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, collectively XR. This event showcases how XR technologies are shaping the future across industries, education, and beyond. MeaningfulXR brings together a diverse community of researchers, educators, professionals, and students passionate about how XR can enhance experiences and solve complex challenges. The inaugural MeaningfulXR conference was held at Stanford in May of last year. For this year's full event schedule, you can visit www.meaningfulxr.org. On Friday's panel, Karsten Becker will be showcasing some of the innovative health and social awareness apps included in the Neely Purpose-Driven Library at neelyxr.org. The library is a curated collection of virtual and augmented reality resources designed to empower educators, students, and lifelong learners to explore, create, and innovate. It's part of the Neely Center for Ethical Leadership and Decision Making at the USC Marshall School of Business. From the Neely Center's website, it says, quote, "Today's leaders are burdened with ever-growing expectations and dilemmas. The Neely Center for Ethical Leadership and Decision Making provides leaders with tools at the intersection of ethics and technology so they can make wise decisions for their organizations while feeling confident about the future. In so doing, we aim to help solve what we believe to be the most difficult but most important challenge of our time: how to align emerging technologies with ethical, human-centered values." End quote. Wow, the challenge of our time really resonates. I want to thank Karsten Becker for the invitation to participate in Friday's panel. It feels like really good timing as I start designing my next experience and seeing that there's these resources within the library to look and see how the Neely Center is defining purpose-driven work and what kind of impact they're looking for to include in the library and showcase as an example of how innovators are using augmented and mixed reality and wearables to make lasting change. It also aligns with the book that I just started reading by Caitlin Krauss. She published earlier this year, Digital Wellbeing: Empowering Connection with Wonder and Imagination in the Age of AI. I can't wait to speak with her on a future podcast. I last saw her at the GDC Meta Happy Hour and since picked up her book. And I like how she has it structured, what she calls beads on a thread. So you can spontaneously jump around chapters and still get the lesson and the frameworks that she's developed. around creating these immersive experiences that are transformative and freeing and help us connect with community. So I highly recommend that, and I can't wait to feature on the show. Another book that I am flipping through these days is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, in particular, chapter 37 on experienced well-being. And on page 397, there's a few sort of call out quotes. And under the header, speaking of experienced well-being, it says, quote, "The object of policy should be to reduce human suffering. We aim for a lower U index in society. Dealing with depression and extreme poverty should be a priority," end quote. And the easiest way to increase happiness is to control your use of time. Can you find more time to do the things you enjoy doing? One of my New Year's resolutions was to become a better reader. And since January, I've read about 7, 8 nonfiction books. It's great to pick up a book like Digital Wellbeing and have that be a part of my journey to become a better reader and consequently a better immersive designer. And yeah, I hope this bite-sized episode inspires you to check out the Neely Purpose-Driven Library and pick up a new book. Read the end first if you have to. Thanks for listening. You can support the podcast by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform, give us a rating, share this episode with your community, and connect with us on LinkedIn. Until next time, happy installing.